The Lions are the hottest team in football. Right now, they're sitting at 5-1 atop the NFC, leading the NFC North, and coming off a very impressive win over the once undefeated Minnesota Vikings. Jared Goff is the main reason for this. The combination of his impeccable play and the offensive play calling by Ben Johnson has been meshing incredibly well. Through these past 4 games, which they are on a 4-game win streak, the Lions have more touchdowns than Jared Goff has thrown in completions. That is a stat like no other and has never been recorded since the NFL merger in 1966. In this video, I'm going to be going over some game footage and showing you just how good Jared Goff and these Lions have been. This is a clip from the Lions game against the Vikings on Sunday, and it's just to highlight what I see is most valuable in Jared Goff's way of playing, and that's his ability to make pocket decisions super quick, super effectively, go through his progressions, and deliver the ball accurately. He might not have the strongest arm. He might not have the best throw power. He can't launch the ball 65 yards down the field necessarily. He can't fit it in to tight windows by bulleting it like, 70 miles an hour like some quarterbacks can. But his ability to be so pinpoint accurate is kind of insane. I mean, it's among the league's best, and he doesn't really get recognized a lot for it. You see it on this play especially. And what we see automatically here is, okay, crap, 7 down linemen, or 7 rushers, not linemen, but we have 7 rushers. What are we thinking here? 17 comes into motion, he's blocking. David Montgomery, he's blocking. And then Amon-Ra's on a post. Sam Laporte is on a curl. And then this is an out route. 2nd and 11, we're in field goal range. This is a 54, 53 yarder, okay? So it's guaranteed points most likely when you have a good kicker like the Lions do. But still, you want to try and get a first down, maybe take the momentum of this game. And this is where I believe the turning point happened, right? The Vikings, jumped out to a 10-point lead over the Lions. Lions come down, respond with a touchdown. Vikings give them the ball back. And now it's like, okay, go prove yourself on this play. And this is exactly, or on this drive. And that's exactly what the Lions did. They drove down the field, and then Jared Goff, absolute beauty of a throw here. So here you go. We get 6 rushers. Harrison Smith, number 22, right here. He's dropping back into coverage. So we get 6 rushers. That's a lot of pressure anyways. Jared Goff immediately takes his first read, not there, looks at this side of the field, which is really impressive considering the amount of pressure he gets. He doesn't make any kind of extra drop back. He doesn't do anything special. He makes his read, stays in the pocket, and delivers a touchdown strike. And that's the key components of his play is decision-making in a timely manner at that, going through your progressions, taking the right read, and then being able to throw this ball so accurately. I mean, this is in the breadbasket of Amon-Ra. So this play is going to be highlighting Jared Goff's ability to play from the pocket, which means how well can he move in the pocket, how well can he stay in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield with pressure, and then make plays. And again, he's one of the best in the league at doing this. He's a seasoned vet. He's played for 2 different teams, a multitude of different offenses. I mean, just he knows the NFL. And as a quarterback, as you age, the job gets easier because you know what you see. You know what to predict. You know how to do things. So, again, this is a clip from the Vikings game. And a great game. If you did not watch this game, you missed out. Probably the best game we've had of the season so far. Anyways, into the clip, right, we automatically see Tim Patrick up here at the top of your screen. He's going on a deep comeback. Amon-Ra's on a go. And then we have Jahmyr Gibbs coming out of the backfield going this way. We have a drag route this way. And then we have Sam Laporta going on a seam route. So that's our play here. And really just to highlight what I said, ability to play from the pocket. This pocket doesn't really collapse. He still has it. But the rush by Jonathan Gennard beats the left tackle almost immediately with that little move right here. Gets his hands on, and then kind of swings by him. And then he gets the arm around, right? So the immediate pressure for Goff is here because that's what he can see out of his peripheral. This is his blind side, right? This arm is coming across the ball, across Goff's arms. This is almost always a fumble unless you're Jared Goff in this play. He hits the ball. Jared Goff shrugs this off like he's, Hulk or something, and just doesn't even give it the time of day. He doesn't even acknowledge that it happened. He's still in the pocket, gets hit, whatever, moves up in the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield the entire time, doesn't even think about running, and delivers a strike to Tim Patrick, right? So here you go. Here's the full play. There you see the rush, you see the ball stepping up, dot, first down. I mean, that's Jared Goff for you. That's what Jared Goff is. At his best, this is what he does. All right, he sits in the pocket. He gets you first downs. He doesn't need the crazy arm strength that some quarterbacks have. He doesn't need He doesn't need the running ability that other quarterbacks have. He is an insane pocket thrower, and his accuracy is almost better than I would say anybody else in the league. His ability to just consistently be accurate is almost unmatched, in my opinion. So, another key component of the Lions' success is their offensive coordinator and offensive play calling by Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is what you would call an on-the-field coordinator. That means he's not up in the press box, he's not looking down at the field. He is face-to-face on the sideline with the players. Now, adjustments can be harder for on-the-field coordinators because you can't see, you're on ground level. You see what the players are seeing. Now, if this was a call from the press box, if this was a call by Ben Johnson, regardless, this is a great adjustment. In the first half against the Cardinals, the Lions saw a lot of cover 3. They saw a lot of, they saw a lot of intermediate routes becoming open if they got the protection they needed. Not a lot of short game. And the way that you combat this is you go deeper. You start throwing like wide receiver screens, or you start throwing corner routes, or you start doing something over the middle that gets you a lot of yards. Instead, what the Lions do is what I'm going to show you. So we see a clear out go right on this side. We see an out route on this side. And then we see Jahmyr Gibbs check, release this way. And then we see an in this way. And then Sam Laporta's clearing out with a fade. So a lot of you who know what cover 3 is may be asking yourselves, why would they run this play? The flats are going to be guarded, the middle is going to be guarded. And the Cardinals are in a cover 3 disguise, all right? So a normal cover 3 means drop back into a deep zone, either flat or corner, and then middle, flat, or corner. So that's what cover 3 is, okay? And what the Cardinals do is disguise this, and they act like, okay, strong safety's coming down to guard the flat. Instead, they drop this guy into the flat, and then they have their strong safety get this deep blue, or it's Madden term, this deep zone, sorry. And then they just keep it the same. So you have flat, and then you have middle, and then middle. So we have the flat right here, right? The flat is by this cornerback, and then we have the deep zone from the strong safety over the top. So that's where the disguise is. But the Lions still run something really unprecedented to try and beat cover 3. You don't go short, you go intermediate. So what you see from the Lions is, just because Amon-Ra is such a great route runner, he gets the separation he needs right off the line, gets open. Now, this is obviously run on purpose because of the way Jahmyr Gibbs runs this, right? So you can see he checks. He's looking this way the entire time, waiting for that ball, gets there, and now he knows, okay, it's coming to me. Hook and ladder. How often do we see this from any other team besides the Detroit Lions? The answer is hardly ever. Ben Johnson is an offensive genius, and that's what's really making this train of an offense run. It's something special that you don't see in the NFL a lot because it's so unprecedented. It's so different than others. There's other trick plays that they run, and I'm not going to show because I could just tell you to go watch the Cowboys' entire game. That was pretty much just a trick play, just to screw with the Cowboys, which I loved. But Ben Johnson is an incredible offensive coordinator, and it works so well because of how gutsy Dan Campbell is. The two of them mesh perfectly and really bring this team like alive in play calling and the way that they play the game of football. Overall, Jared Goff is just so underrated and so undervalued to just the average NFL fan. Of course, he's not undervalued to the Lions and their organization and their fan base because he's leading the team, regardless of who the best player is on the team, regardless of who your superstars are. Your quarterback is your leader. He's the guy who sets the tone by his play. He's the guy who, in the locker room, other people look for guidance, for advice, for motivation. He's the one who usually breaks down the huddle pre-game, running out of the tunnel. It's important to have a guy in your quarterback that does these things well, and Jared Goff is the perfect example of a quarterback that does these things well. He is a leader, he motivates, and he does this through his play. You know, you sit here and you watch a Lions game, you don't think, oh wow, Jared Goff is incredible. He's stunning. Like, you don't think that he's this razzle dazzle player who's doing, you know, superstar things like Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Allen. He's not juking people out. He's not throwing bombs 65 yards down the field. You know, he's not doing that. But he's still playing at such an elite level that's winning the Lions games, and he's still undervalued for it. He should 100%, in my opinion, be an MVP candidate. And he should be top 3. I would give the nod to Lamar right now, then Josh Allen, then get Jared Goff. And I think that you couldn't if you sat here and argued with me for 20 minutes, you could convince me that Jared Goff probably deserves the number 2, right? For stats-wise, right now, he's number 9 in passing yards and passing touchdowns with 1,600 and then 10 touchdowns. So 1,610 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's pretty good. Completion percentage, he's number 2 with 73.6, only behind Jaden Daniels at 75.6. He's leading the league in yards per attempt at 9.3, right? He has the second best passer rating through week 7 at 111.5, sorry. And he's not on any kind of interceptions list. He's not on any kind of sacks list. He doesn't get sacked. He doesn't turn the ball over. And when he does turn the ball over, it's not putting his team in positions to where they lose games. They still have the opportunity to win games regardless of these mistakes. He's not causing the team losses. In fact, he's doing the opposite. He is the reason that they're winning games. In no way, shape, or form do I believe that Jared Goff isn't behind some of the offensive play calling, some of the offensive masterclass we've seen from Ben Johnson. I'm sure that these two sit in their meeting room for hours on end deciding what plays to run, because Jared Goff is a veteran quarterback, and the quarterback position, as you go through your career, you learn more and more about the game. Like Joe Flacco said in an interview with Pat McAfee, it becomes easier as you get older because you start to learn, you start to recognize disguises, you start to learn what the defense is showing you, and you see that when Jared Goff plays. Overall, though, that's my opinion on Jared Goff and the Lions and Ben Johnson. I think that come January, we could definitely see, crazy enough to say, Jared Goff in MVP conversations in 2024. I cannot believe it, but here we are, and it's awesome. So yeah, that's the end of the video. If you like the content I make sure you like and subscribe. Comment what other videos you'd like to see me make, and that'll be the end of the video.